Come on down. You're the next contestant on Price is Right Wrestling. And you know what? I don't have any grand prize talk or really anything funny to talk about in this intro because Shawn Michaels is proving that he has one eye on the future and the other eye is on 2013, the last time that Dolph Ziggler was seen as a main fucking eventer. This is basically what has happened to the NXT brand, and I don't really even know what to fucking say anymore. Good job, Shawn Michaels. Brett was right. I'm John Renton with my review, WWE NXT 2.0. It's over. It's all over. Look, one show doesn't kill a brand automatically, but there has been just a series of like bullshit creative decisions and a bunch of bad cartoonish gimmicks and a whole bunch of crap that basically culminated with me realizing tonight that this has just not been any good. The color scheme aside, there are some good elements to NXT 2.0. A revamp was needed, but you know what? They've gone so far in the opposite direction to like early 90s WWE Raw, early to mid 90s WWE Raw, since it didn't start until January of 1993, with the colorful stuff and everything and all that, and the cartoonish characters, and that stuff worked to a degree back then, but then people started getting tired of it. They wanted something more contemporary. I don't mind them trying to have a hodgepodge of creative ideas and everything, but god damn it, Shawn, and whoever else is in charge of this goddamn fiasco, this was fucking atrocious. And Dolph Ziggler, of all people, Dolph Ziggler, oh, let's give him the championship for a little bit. Let's get it off of Rex Braunsteiner, as it were, or Rex Steiner as I'm calling him. Let's just get it off of him. Maybe have him in a match at WrestleMania, or have an NXT influence at WrestleMania, or something. I don't really know where they're going with it. There's a chance for a few people to succeed out of this whole thing, but this brand is done. It is absolutely over, as it were. Let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. But seriously, all the romance bullshit, the stupid cartoonish stuff, and I get it. I fucking get it that they gotta try different things, but you know what? You don't destroy and burn everything to the ground and rebuild with a goddamn, Candyland lollipop, lollipop guild thing where you have a bunch of stupid shit going on and a bunch of romance that wouldn't appeal to the average wrestling fan. And yes, all their sports entertainment. You can actually still have great wrestling, and there were elements of great wrestling on this show, and unfortunately you had to slog through a whole bunch of stuff to get to it. So anyway, this theme is ass. If you're gonna include rap, even though the West Texas rednecks were correct, and I hate rap, rap is crap, oh I hate rap, at least make it good rap. Don't make it this goddamn phone synthesized bullshit. So just slam us right into the action, why don't you? They did focus on the box of toxic attraction, as it were, the three boxes, as it were, because why not just make everything gross right off the bat? JC Jane, Gigi Dolan, and Mandy Rose, and they have servants there. More on that in a little bit. So, Dakota Kai and Wendy Choo Choo versus Cora Jade and Raquel. Poor Cora Jade having to carry the January 6th statue from the Capitol building named Raquel Gonzalez, Mrs. Back Muscles. Matter of fact, I didn't even give you my code. What? Wow. Dakota is talking to herself for no goddamn reason, and I want whoever came up with this whole hodgepodge of ideas deserves the Peter Weller treatment that he got in the beginning of RoboCop. If you know, you know. Because goddamn, I hate this Wendy Choo game. I hate it. I absolutely hate it with the fury of 1,000 suns. I know some people like it, and that's great. Everybody can like it all they damn well want. This is one of the worst damn gimmicks that wrestling has going today, and that's taking into account Orange Cassidy and AEW, the fact that Chase Owens merely exists on this planet and also in New Japan, and just, the Great Okan and various others. This is one of the worst fucking gimmicks. Oh, she can work, she can do this. It's stupid. This isn't wrestling. This isn't even entertainment. I have written off every single woman that is involved in this. I hope that Cora Jade can scrub the stink off that Raquel Gonzalez left on her. Dakota Kai deserves a whole lot better. Maybe she can go up. Maybe her and Shayna Baszler can go elsewhere and be a tag team somewhere and do something good. And maybe they can figure out that, I don't know, having multiple women's segments on a show is great, and having multiple women's matches on a show is great. That only helps if you actually put effort into not making it shit. I've written off everybody in this. In Toxic Attraction, they took down Raquel. And Dakota hears voices. And Raquel, gets pinned by Dakota because Raquel was selling her knee and everything, because JC Jane and Gigi decided to take out, the woman that would have climbed the Capitol building walls if she could have. And that's really it. So then we go from the one that wants to toss minorities over the wall to Mr. Blue Lives Matter himself, Ciampa. I don't care if I piss anybody off with my goddamn commentary here at this point, because this show pissed me off, so I'm just going to unleash that anger. And Ciampa wants to become a 3-time champion. And there we go. Okay, he's ready. He's ready to just storm the goddamn, Capitol Wrestling Center along with Raquel. And Tiffany Stratton Stone, a.k.a. Tiffany Clueless, as if she is being stalked by Saray. So we got something going on in the back. The Creed brothers are taken out. God damn it. That parking lot, put that parking lot under 24/7 surveillance with the best security money can buy. It's the goddamn most unsafe parking lot in existence, at least on a wrestling show. So Raquel and the Creed brothers are in the doctor's office. They will soon be taken to a local medical facility for various injuries, including anal bleeding. What? Wow. So, Fallon Henley, the former Tesher Price, took on Tiffany Stratton Stone. What has happened to the show is what I wrote down. Nothing against the former Tesher Price. And Tiffany is fine. And Saray's smoke ends up distracting her because they cannot get away from these stupid gimmicks. She kicks her in the back of the head while the referee is seemingly distracted by a fly on the wall. Apparently he likes that Miley Cyrus song. And Henley kicks her and gets the victory 1-2-3. It's not the Boys of Summer because there were women involved, and it's not summer. We're not even out of winter yet. So let's just move on from the Henley references. Brooks and Jensen, they carry Henley off because what was it? Briggs and Jens? I don't actually know. One of them was involved in the speaking out thing. I know that much. But it's a country-style gimmick. It's not country-style buffet. It's not country-style dinner. Because that pate for cats actually serves a purpose, unlike Brooks and Jensen. So, Chase University thing, and Chase blames the students and flips off the students. What has happened to this goddamn show? What has happened to WWE? Why do they hate the mere fact that they are a wrestling company? They are a wrestling company. Doing vignettes is one thing, but none of this stuff has meant anything for a number of months. So, Carmelo and Tricky Ticky Williams are in a tattoo shop. Apparently because they couldn't do barbershop because it's trademarked or something. 4 opponents in qualifying matches to face off against Carmelo Hayes. He wants to defend his North American Championship in a ladder match because he don't miss. What does he not miss? I don't fucking know. Everything, I guess? Apparently Bad Creative doesn't miss anybody because everybody was involved in Bad Creative tonight. Lashing out with Lash Legend. Oh, sweet fucking Christ. She can't talk. She isn't the best worker in the goddamn world. She looks fine. She was not responsible for Amari Miller getting injured. I hope Amari Miller will be alright. But sweet fucking Christ, this is terrible. It's still better than anything that Wendy Williams did for her talk show because, well, Lash Legend actually looks human and actually doesn't seem like a piece of shit, unlike Wendy Williams. Nikita Lyons is there. Sweet fucking Christ, the internet is going to explode, implode, and export. All over everybody. Everything's going to be a mess. It's going to be like Randy Marsh when he found that porn, porn on that computer, and you had to unplug it and plug it back in again. Remember that? It's going to be like that, except everybody's going to have to clean off their goddamn phones. This includes men and women and space aliens from the third ring of Saturn. So apparently, there was groupie talk because I guess Nikita's mom was everybody's groupie. They have given Nikita Lyons about 18 different backstories. And I don't know what the fuck's going on. They talked about Nikita having butt implants. Nope, she's all natural. I guess. Whatever. Why do the women always fight about their looks? Can't they fight about their abilities too? And that would require Nikita Lyons basically have a leg and several legs up on Lash Legend, who tries but is not ready yet. So, Imperium says they did not attack Creeds. They did not. Oh, hi. And MSK challenged them. Huh. Who did the Creeds end up beating in the Dusty Classic? They beat MSK. I wonder why MSK are suddenly challenging them. Probably because MSK fucking attacked them. Just a guess. I mean, let's turn a really, really over team heel for no goddamn reason. I mean, every time I hear every time I see MSK wrestle, I like them more. Every time I hear them talk, because of the overly scripted stuff, I like them less. LA Knight's here, yeah. And Brooks and Jensen are talking to Legoland Phantasm. Hey, you made the parking lot unsafe. You must have attacked them. Elektra then tells Jensen, I think, hey, you should, how are you doing getting laid? I'm working on it. Whoever came up with this creative deserves to be slapped with a brick until they stop moving. LA Knight took on Grayson Waller in a last man standing match. What in the world did I do to deserve more Grayson Waller on my television? They battled to the scaffolding. That bottle of sangria that doesn't, practice. God, they don't practice Santeria. They don't, practice. I don't give a damn anymore. I can't even come up with a goddamn proper song reference anymore. It's not very sublime, as it were. So Waller goes through a table. There's a chair and a chair hit into a can that is placed on Grayson Waller. Grayson ends up hitting him with some kind of, handle of a toilet brush or something. I don't really know. A loaded punch. He does the little dribble dunking thing as he does an elbow through the goddamn announcer's table with LA Knight on it and uses the bottle of sangria to climb up. And he is the victor. This feud was pointless. Utterly pointless. LA Knight's probably going to get called up pretty soon. Or whatever. I don't care. That's exactly what I got to say about this. Let's throw more pieces into the air. Hooray! I like this show. Can you fucking tell? So Rex Steiner basically says that he will win. He will overcome the roadblock. End of the line. I don't even have a proper way to talk about and doing that joke because I'm too pissed off at this show. So... And there was a masturbating joke that was made because Vic Joseph apparently likes to bait Wade Barrett and, you're the master of baiting. Ha ha. Casey and Caden doing a comedic entrance. KKK, that's not good. They took on Io Shirai and Kaylee. By the way, Idris Enofe and Malik Blade, Team BBC, are there around Mandy Rose. 2 African-American men serving a white woman drinks. And people say that Vince McMahon is behind the times. So, it's flip-de-doo-dah shit and the poison Rana for no goddamn reason. And we get a moonsault on Casey, 1, 2, 3. Casey deserved to get pinned for that hairstyle alone. It wasn't that it was a bad match, but by this point, I was just begging for something to not be annoying on this show. And Casey and Caden, I'm sorry. Their entrance, it's goofy. Why do they have fire extinguishers? Io Shirai is way too good to be in NXT, even though by the time she gets called to the main roster, they're not going to have her. They'll probably stick her and Asuka together as a tag team. They'll give them the tag team championships, and then Charlotte will end up braining one of them like she brained Kairi Sane and made her insane in the membrane, so much so that she eventually left the goddamn company. Yeah, so Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray advance in the Dusty Classic semifinal. So now we have a woman that talks to herself. We have a goddamn stupid sleepy gimmick that everybody deserves to be beaten with a stick for coming up with. And Io Shirai, one of the best wrestlers in the world. And Kaylee Ray. Where'd her bat go? Did she eat her bat? Did somebody eat her bat? Did somebody eat the bat? It's the Batman. So we got to Cora attacking Mandy. Cora got into Mandy's box. Just going to let that sit and marinate there. And the BBC gets in between them. I've seen this movie before. So Indy and Persia are talking. Dookie Nuki's there. And man, Persia just had them right out there. Couldn't ignore it. Couldn't ignore it if I tried. Wanted to play bongos for some goddamn reason. And they're going to have a match. Yeah, the Bongos. No, Indy and Persia, because who's the most superior of the team? And then Persia pushes Dookie Nuki up against the locker and decides to just force herself on him. I wish I was Dookie Nuki Hudson there. Mackenzie is talking to Tiffany Clueless, and she will break Saray's face. I'm glad they gave the women a lot of stuff. I just wish that they gave the women better shit to do. Why is everybody so horny on this show? MSK took on Imperium. NXT tag title match, and then the Creeds show up a few minutes in and drop everybody on their heads. That was brutal. Everybody went on their heads. And that was it. DQ. Yay! So Harlan Myers was watching Draco Anthony, watching him while he sleeps, probably. Joe Wayne Gacy shows up and says, "We come in peace." Zion Quinn comes from purgatory. Where the fuck is Zion Quinn been? He just says he's his own man. Dolph makes his entrance, and we go to break. The most stupendous two-night WrestleMania in WWE history. Who the fuck is A-Kid? Who is A-Kid? They show clips from NXT UK, but I don't watch NXT UK. Is A-Kid any good? A-Kid, God, if only Patrick Clark was still there. He might be interested until he finds out he's actually of legal age. Fuck you, Patrick Clark. Your parents should have pulled, your dad should have pulled out, or your mother should have used a hanger. No wire hangers! Ever! So anyway, why is jacket time a thing? Why? Why do you sign Kushida and put him in a stupid, bullshit, comedy tag team? Grimes and Escobar are going to be a North American ladder, or North American qualifier to be in the ladder match, so I imagine Escobar will probably win. Ciampa makes his entrance. Steiner makes his entrance. Steiner versus Ciampa versus Ziggler. Three-way NXT title match. So we get a messy double suplex spot where, I mean, it was a good idea, but Steiner nearly dropping, I believe, Dolph right on his goddamn, tailbone. That was kind of brutal. The pace was good. Everybody got a chance to shine. He really is just like his dad, by the way, Rex. We get Steiner recliner. We get some various stuff. We get Rude interfering for no goddamn reason later on. And then... fairy tale ending. Oh no. Oh no. Steiner's going to get pinned, except he doesn't, because Dolph breaks it up. And Dolph actually, ends up getting the cover. Dolph's breaking up a pin. Ciampa's breaking up a pin. Rex is breaking up pins. Everybody's breaking up pins. And then Rude ends up almost pantsing Rex Steiner. Super kick. 1, 2, 3. Dolph is NXT champion in 2022. Well, I'll continue to watch this, but it's been fun, but I have officially written off this goddamn brand. This brand doesn't deserve any bit of love. It deserves nothing but scorn. If I'm the USA Network, I am looking to get out of the contract, and I'm looking to say, fuck it, put it on the goddamn cock, and we'll run reruns of Chicago PD, The Great Chicago Fire, or something that would be cheaper. They wouldn't be spending a few $1 million a year to put this bullshit programming on. I want the wrestlers to make money. I want the wrestlers to succeed. This was stupid. Dolph may only be champion for a few weeks, but just the mere visual of it. If you can't have a decent length reign, especially for somebody like Rex Steiner, that they're going to fast track. If Roman doesn't lose to the Bork Laser at WrestleMania 38, the most stupendous two-night WrestleMania in WWE history, I guarantee you they're going to have Rex beat Roman at SummerSlam. They will actually have that happen. Watch them do that, because Vince McMahon will do something like this. He can't trust any Triple H's guys, but no, he'll trust Rex Steiner, who is really good, by the way. But yeah, we here at Price is Right Wrestling would like to remind you to control the pet population. Have your pets, have your creative members spayed so they don't reproduce and put up bullshit like this. Have them spayed and neutered, everybody. Goodbye, everybody.